across the border. They came in like everybody else. Since 65. Across the border. They came in like everybody else. Since 65.
Yeah, there we go. All right, I just let's see him do this one. Check. Yeah. All right. Since we live, dude. sometimes, sometimes it takes a minute. You know, it takes a minute sometimes. But people, we have a lot in store for you today. Welcome to the morning show where we talk about current events. Some things may be on your mind. You know what I mean? We advertise new things. I mean, just trying to have fun with our media. You know what I mean? I had to fucking like fix some shit with my fucking shit, right? I had to fix the audio and all that little crazy shit, whatever. But definitely, people, I'm gonna open up the lines. You know where we could talk about. We're gonna talk about LA schools and also one of my favorite wrestlers. One I want to say actor in a way. I mean, he's not like a great actor to me, but I like his wrestling. All right, The Rock. I didn't know The Rock was going down for $3 billion. You get what I mean? $3 billion for kidnapping. Apparently, The Rock kidnapped some female, and her kids was around. Anyway, I'm gonna get into the story later on today. You know, we're gonna talk about it. Um, and there's some things that's been going over in New York. No, not New York. I'm sorry. Was it New York? I don't think this incident was in New York. I think it might have been somewhere else. But I'll I'll play it while we, you know what I mean. But stay tuned. I'm going to be dropping the biggest topic today, which is the Rock's issue. All right. So let me play you guys the first video before we get into all that great stuff. Cheers.
Heartbreaking news out of Nashville, Tennessee. We're learning new details about that deadly shooting inside of a school.
Now, police say the killer was a young woman. Our Nathan Baca has been following this story throughout the afternoon. So, Nathan, bring us up to speed here on everything you know.
Well, Adam, first, the loss of life. Nashville police say 3 children are dead. Also, 3 adults, as well as the shooter, a 28-year-old woman shot by police. Now, this all took place this morning at a private Christian school called the Covenant School to students in preschool through 6th grade.
We have 3 adult victims, and we have 3 children who have been identified and their families have been contacted. I was literally moved to tears to see this and the kids as they were being ushered out of the building.
Authorities say the shooter once attended the school, so she knew the layout. Police say she entered through a side entrance armed with 2 assault rifles and a pistol. The first call about an active shooter came in about 10:13 a.m. 14 minutes later at 10:27, officers shot and killed the woman after confronting her on the second floor. Right now, police are searching the woman's home. At this point, they've said nothing about a possible motive. Now, we are standing by for an update from authorities in Nashville. Any minute right now, we'll bring you that news conference when it starts. Lorenzo?
Yes, sadly, we've seen this play out over and over again, and each time it's no less shocking. Nathan, thank you so much.
Wow. That was in DC. I was talking about. Yikes. I guess it's the very touchy subject. Okay, you know what I mean? How most people would say, you know, because this makes the trans community look bad too. You know what I mean? Like, this looks really bad. Like, it looks really awful. According to, like, I really send hearts out. My heart goes out to the victims. You know what I mean? To this madness. But, you know what I mean? People want to say, oh, we got to correct mental health. It's mental health. Okay. I mean, I would love for someone to kind of like give more insight what it's like being a trans going through mental health. Like, I mean, let me not. Look, there I go. Hey, just a message to all the simps out there. Right.
Jordan Poole, you spent $500,000 on a Ice Spice date.
He's a munch.
You're a munch.
You thought I was feeling you? That nigga a munch.
And you're playing like a fucking munch. She don't give a fuck. She from the Bronx, bro. Poole, next time you go to New York, go around Fordham Road, Concourse, High Bridge, South Bronx. You gonna see what you spent $500,000 on and be like, yo, I was wild.
You was wild. You could have got her a pizza.
Yeah.
You could have got her a pizza at the bodega. Shit. You could have got her a pizza at the bodega, you know. He a munch though. He a munch for spending that much money on I guess if you got it, it ain't tricking if you got it, right? But come on. How you gonna... Anyway, people, I got Kanye West and Adidas issue, right? You know, before I get into the hot topic of today, Yeezy shoes have found their way to be sold.
Kanye West is signed with Adidas again, except this time around it is not going to be anything long term. News already came up before that Adidas was about to take $1 billion hit because of all the unsold Yeezys they have. But this new agreement they have only gives Adidas the permission to sell the remaining stock of Yeezys, and we will not be seeing any new Adidas Yeezy designs, at least for now. Kanye West is signed with Adidas again, except this time around it is not going to be anything long term. News.
In a move that no one expected, Adidas has announced they're going to sell Yeezys again. But there's a catch. Adidas' CEO announced at an investors meeting that instead of destroying the $1.3 billion of Yeezys, they'll be putting them back on the market. And because Kanye West is still entitled to 15% commission, he'll be almost $200 million richer. But here's the kicker. In efforts to look good in the public eye, Adidas said they'll be donating some of the profits to charity. They did not disclose how much or to which charity. Now, they haven't planned to make new Yeezys, but there's plenty Adidas has already made that we haven't seen. But the question we're all now asking is, will people support Adidas and buy them?
And they know what they're gonna do, or what charities. I guess the point was like, what charities? That's what I saw in this video. What charities are they gonna donate to? I don't think it's gonna be any black charities. I kind of think it'll be like some Jewish charities, honestly. My own take. I mean, I could be wrong about that. You know what I mean? I could be wrong about that. I really do. People, AI has been taken over. AI is in Congress right now. They're talking about it, talking about how harmful it is, how it's not going to be able to make, people. It's not going to make people understand it. People are going to use it as an advantage to do certain things, to write certain resumes, to write movies. I mean, this AI is crazy, right? The way that you could do things nowadays. Well, Frank Ocean is literally one of the dopest songwriters that I've heard. Like, dope songwriter, dope vocalist too. I mean, this guy is like really, really good. He finessed the hell out of fucking Apple too. I mean, for like 15 million or something like that. It was crazy. But someone took Frank Ocean's voice, mixed it with an AI, and created a whole single or a group of songs and put it out and made money off of fake Frank Ocean music. AI.
It was somebody who made tens of thousands of dollars scamming diehard Frank Ocean fans into thinking that they were buying rare leaks, but it turns out that they were buying fake AI generated songs. And bro was making tens of thousands of dollars. Now AI has complicated everything. There's going to be people to verify whether the song is a leak or an actual snippet or a bootleg AI generated song. And there's going to be some banger AI songs like that one Drake song that did better than Drake's actual song, Search and Rescue. I don't even have an opinion on this. This is a whole new method. I understand being a fan of somebody, but paying for leaks? Bro, you want to be on top of the game so bad. You want to put people on so bad, or gatekeep. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below.
Man, let me know what you guys think. Honestly, because of the Drake record that came out that was with the AI, that motherfucker was tight. And that was better than Drake's. You see how this is crazy? Record labels are now cracking down on this. Drake's people are now cracking down on this. This is really taking the industry into a whole nother lane, guys. I mean, people, y'all have to really see this. This is taking the industry into a whole different lane. I have a recap video for that. Check.
Frank Ocean fans have been scammed out of thousands of dollars over fake AI music. According to Vice, a scammer who goes by the username Morning Assassin made over 13,000 Canadian dollars after selling fake AI generated tracks of Frank Ocean to music collectors and fans over on Discord. The scammer told Vice that they even went as far as to hire a musician to create around 9 fake tracks. But people couldn't tell the difference.
People couldn't tell the difference. People, when we are looking at things in our life, are we taking these things serious? We just say, fuck it, it's a dope ass song. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. It's dope, right? Anyway, people, y'all got to do more research on you guys' stuff, man. You know what I mean? But welcome to the morning show, people. Welcome to the morning show with your boy Bizzo. Biz the Entertainer. People, I'm going to bring this up for you guys. So you guys check this out. Dwayne, The Rock, Johnson, and the $3 billion lawsuit. Check this out. You guys going to be kind of shocked about this, man. It says right here, 1 second, you know, I got my friends above me that's flying over. Here we go. I'm going to scroll through this. See my guy right there? Man, that guy, man, good guy. Anyway, in April 2023, claims began to spread online that actor and former wrestler Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson had been named as a defendant in a $3 billion kidnapping lawsuit. Kidnapping. Yikes. The most prominent post we found about the claims on social media appeared on TikTok April 24, 2023. It went viral on the platform, with the video receiving over 675,000 views. At the publication, the person named, let's see what's going on.
So as you guys may know right now, Dwayne Johnson, The Miz, Maurice, and Nikki Bella has been involved in a kidnapping case. Okay? We done seen Dwayne Johnson on SNL and TV saying this.
My name is Roy, and I am for the most evil contest. I invented a child molesting robot. I call it Robo Chomo.
How do you even build a child molesting robot?
Well, that's a great question. What you do is you start by building a regular robot, then you molest it and hope that it continues to the cycle. I eat children. How old are you? 12. Oh, okay. Only to 10.
So obviously you can tell that's an agenda there, but we found that the post about the lawsuit that mentioned The Rock Johnson on Reddit and Twitter in additional posts on Facebook fans page for Dwayne. Well, Mr. Johnson was posted the day before the viral TikTok video. Let's go right here. It says using the public access to court electronic records service, we found lawsuit was first filed in the U.S. All right, District of New York. So they filed this motherfucker in New York last year in October 8th. The court presided over federal cases in the counties of New York, Bronx, Westchester, Rockland, Putnam, Orange, Dutchess, and Sutherland. Sutherland. We have included full court documents at the bottom of this fact check. Okay, so I gotta go see the court documents. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Says the word most invention and the stress he played a mad scientist. Hold on. Here we go. So this is the documents that they're saying that's was the lawsuit. Defendant name, collective conspiracy to kidnap plaintiff and her 2 children from Brighter Tomorrow domestic violence shelter. What the fuck? Also, we were hunted down after plaintiff filed congressional inquiries regarding military sexual assault and violence. Plaintiff or Biggers has been falsely arrested multiple times as a favor to Biggers' ex in attempt to kidnap her children. Wow. If this not okay, cool. The handwriting just awesome. The handwriting is freaking awesome, right? Tanisha Briggers. So Tanisha Briggers was the person that was kidnapped, according to this document. It labels all type of other things or people that was assigned to this, and this is crazy. I mean, I would have never expect, Dwayne Johnson to be a part of something like this, as far as a kidnapping. Now, do we think it's like, what's crazy is that people talk a lot of shit about a lot of other people, and these people are still reigning. They're still making money. They're still out here doing this shit, and it's kind of crazy, but does this make me look at Dwayne Johnson a little weird? Of course. Anybody say something about you makes you kind of like question, right, the person, because you don't know what was done to even get to that point. But anyway, I just thought it was, we're gonna bring it out. We're gonna have the conversation. That's the meat and potatoes of today's situation. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the lines for you guys, where we can have the conversation. Let's talk about it. Also, you already know me, I got some other videos to play, and I want to talk about Trump. And there's a lot of other things to talk about, but we're gonna definitely have the conversation. I'm gonna open up the lines. I'd like to thank y'all so much. Hit that like button if you haven't already. I'm about to open up the lines right now so we can have the conversation. I got more videos to stream to you guys, but for right now, let's enjoy our mother-loving morning. Y'all stay right there. I'm gonna open up the lines and we'll have the convo.
Across the border, they came in like everybody else. Since 65.
People, gotta get that wake and bake. People, let's the lines are open, everyone. The lines are open. I gotta give you guys more, but the lines are open. You can go ahead and chime in. Let's have the conversation about The Rock. You know what I mean? In his kidnapping case. As you going throughout your day, sometimes you may have to think of those things. You have to stay conscious of shit, right? And that may influence you doing some things different in your life, right? That may influence you, picking new people to vibe with, hanging out with people that resonate with your values and views on life. So, I don't, that's just kind of where I see it. You know what I mean? Let me get this in here for you guys. That's just kind of how I see it, man. Thank y'all so much for hitting that like button and, subscribing. If you are on YouTube, that's great. Hit the link. If you're not on YouTube and you're watching us from somewhere else, come over to YouTube. The Facebook link is going to end pretty soon. And Twitch. So, yeah, but feel free. Oh, let me, oh, what? Oh, okay. Sorry about this. But yeah, you know what I mean? Y'all hit the like button. I'm gonna hit the stream right here for what you call it to end. Thank y'all so much, man. I don't know why I got like weirdly stuck right now for some reason. I guess I'm looking at my phone. My phone's doing like, okay, I'm good. I just had to make sure. I just had to check. Yeah, man. It did what I mean. Sometimes, okay, I'm good. So people, right now they're going over an issue with gender bathrooms in LA, in California. Right now we're talking about gender identity bathrooms, right? You have parents that was not cool with it. You have parents that was like, hey, who gives a fuck? Right? And I'm not cool with that shit. I don't give a fuck. Ain't no dude walk up in the bathroom with my daughters. Fuck no. You got me fucked up. Ah, biz, you so this, you so that, biz. Nah. Not fucking with it. Mm-mm. 1 second. Nope, not fucking with it. You're not walking into the bathroom with my daughter. No way in hell. It's not happening at all. No. I don't think that's really right, man. I don't think people should do that, man. I think everybody's accepting it just because it's considered quote unquote normal nowadays. Get over it. Biz, you sound so homophobe. Man, fuck out of here. If that's the case, there's a lot of us that's homophobic. You know what I mean? They just scared to fucking voice their opinion and say it. That's the difference. You did? Okay, boom. All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure I had everything locked in. You get what I'm like? Nah. Anyway. So, okay, where's my... I was trying to find my Donald Trump. Donald Trump was on this shit. I don't know if y'all really fuck with Donald Trump like that, which I know most people in LA like, fuck Donald Trump. Right? So I don't, you know what I mean? I don't knock it. To each his own. Let's just make the best fucking decision, before I end up, bam. Bam. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I'm good. All right, that's all I needed. People. So I have a new show coming out that'll be, live in studio. I've been working on that. We've been filming it, getting all the episodes ready for everybody. And then once I'm done with that, I'll be able to, launch everything more off. And you guys may not have noticed, but YouTube got me in jail right now. So I gotta, you know what I mean? So I've been streaming everywhere. Just saying, fuck it. It is what it is. We going hard. We going hard in the paint. So I don't know how you guys are well, I don't know how to phrase this video. So, how would I frame this video? I'll play some for you guys.
Well, they say that 80% of kids who experience any sort of gender dysphoria as children grow out of it. So when you have a society that reinforces it, and then in Canada, they're passing laws now that say that if a kid says, you have a girl, and the girl says, I'm a boy, and she's 3, that the government can come into your house and take the kid, because obviously if you don't want to humor the kid and get the kid treatment or surgery or hormone blockers, then you're obviously doing something wrong to the kid. This is just, it's insane. First of all, if anyone tried to do that with my kid, I would meet them at the door with a gun. I mean, this is the kind of stuff where you're talking legit civil war. Like when you say that the government can take people's kids from them because the government knows better than you how to parent your kids on basic things like, are you a boy or a girl? That's going to get violent pretty quickly. If you send someone to my door with a gun saying, I'm taking your daughter from you because your daughter says she's a boy at school, and you're not going to take her to a psychiatrist to start her transitioning process, no. Well,
Yeah.
they say that 80% of kids who experience any sort of gender dysphoria as children grow out of it. So when you have a society that reinforces it, and then in Canada, they're passing laws now that say that if a kid says, you have a girl, and the girl says, I'm a boy.
Jordan Poole.
And that's just something I wanted to show you about the whole gender thing, right? Kids grow out of it. Kids are kids, man. You can't blame kids for being kids. My son wanted to be he wanted to be Spider-Man, then he wanted to be Hulk, then he wants to be Batman. So, like, kids, they're adventurous. They'll grow out of this shit. You know what I mean? So what seems cool now may not be cool to them later. They're kids, man.
I was evicted when I was 14. We were kicked off the island. We couldn't live in Hawaii.
Hold on. So we're going back to this issue with The Rock, right? We're going with The Rock issue, right? And this is something most people may not. Anyway, let me play it. Let me stop talking.
I was evicted when I was 14. We were kicked off the island. We couldn't live in Hawaii. Had no place to live. My mom and I came home and there was an eviction notice. My mom started crying and I felt like I never want to be in this position again. What can I do? I thought, well, the heroes in my life, they're all men who have worked hard with their hands and they built their body.
We were at an all-time low, I think, with our family. And
We didn't have a lot of money, so I wanted to be the first one to buy my parents a house.
my dad said, what are you going to do? Took a deep breath. I said, I'd like to get into the business. He said, what business? I said, the wrestling business. He said, you are throwing it all away.
He said, look around. This is what I have. I don't have anything, and I don't want that for you.
I said, maybe I'll be no good, but I feel like in my heart I have to do this.
Oh, you get goosebumps listening to this crowd.
I was the hottest heel in the company, and things were on fire.
You bought your mom a house for Christmas.
I did. On the other side of those hard times is something better, is a better life.
Jordan Poole, you spent.
Everyone thinks they know The Rock, but I'm going to tell you something you do not know about him. His real name is called Dwayne Johnson. He has a son that no one knows about. When he was younger, he wanted to have a son and train him to be the next big wrestler. He trained the boy every single day until he could beat him. The Rock knew that he was ready and sent him on his way. And The Rock's son also beat John Cena in a wrestling match. And The Rock's son grew up to be Kevin Hart. Everyone thinks
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has squared off against opponents in all sorts of settings. First there was the football field, and then the wrestling ring, and once he arrived in Hollywood, basically any fantastical setting a filmmaker could dream up of.
Who the hell are you? Oh, I'm what you call an ice cold can of whoop ass.
Now, he's facing a fight of the legal variety, and I'm not gonna lie, what he's being investigated for is going to shock you. It shocked me. I really like The Rock, I really hope this is not true. Former TNA professional wrestler Trenesha Biggers has recently filed the court documents necessary to kick off a $3 billion lawsuit that names not only Dwayne Johnson, but many other celebrity parties who have attempted to kidnap both her children and herself. Did you hear me? Kidnap both her children and herself.
and the other chick was a wrestler. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is currently facing backlash online. He was recently named in a $3 billion kidnapping lawsuit, and at the same time, some disturbing videos of him in his interviews have resurfaced. I'm going to show those videos in a second, but to give you some context, a woman named Shanisha Biggers, who is a former wrestler, has named Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as a defendant in the case. Biggers claims that her ex-husband stalked her and her 2 kids across state lines, and that the defendants all worked together to try and kidnap her kids. But besides The Rock, she also named Home Depot, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, Tyra Banks, Naomi Campbell. So maybe we should take these claims with a grain of salt, but a lot of users are already upset because of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's old videos. Such as this one.
She's claiming Tyra Banks, all these other people. I mean, it's a lot of people, right? So some things, are they believable? You got to take it with a grain of salt, people. $3 billion is pretty stretch. It's a pretty stretch. Disney backed away from him because of it. There's a lot of, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people that backed away, but the ones that stood out was like Disney, right? Because I guess he was scheduled for like more movies or the Pirates of the Caribbean or some shit like that. But, you know what I mean? They definitely backed up. You know, it kind of shows you where the world is today. Like, soon as anything come out, people, I don't want to be a part of it. Let me know when it's done. Nobody's willing to stick with you through the end. Nobody's willing to say, I believe that you had nothing to do with this shit and you were good. Like, I don't know, man. That's wild. That's very, very wild. That's very, very wild. You know what I mean? To even see or look at. So, wow. And wow. You know, wow. But people, thank y'all so much. The morning show, I got a couple vids before we head up out of here. You know, definitely before we head up out of here. You know, I gotta get to this editing and all that good shit. This is some past videos that we're going to be launching. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm gonna do this one. Yeah. Here goes some motivational shit. Cool. So before we leave, I always gotta start give you guys some motivation. You know what I mean? If you guys check it out, you do, you don't, you don't. But definitely it has to be content worthy. Right? So I'm gonna slide some of these to you, to you guys. You know what I mean? Let me see.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping up. Don't catch you slipping up. Look what I'm whipping up. Look how I'm geeking out.
Watch people. Because you can fake for a long time, but one day you're going to show yourself to be a phony. That's for true. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what these, a lot of people are doing these days.
Being gangster is getting money, staying out the way, take care of your family, educating yourself, and thriving and staying alive, staying above the ground, out of a cell. Being gangster is...
It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Whatever God want me to go through, let's do it. I'm gonna do it chin up, chest out. If my head drop for a minute, don't mind me, I'm gonna pick that motherfucker back up.
Hey fam, some people mad at you because you're not suffering like they thought you would. And they don't like that. Real time.